Motability Operations, the car leasing business for the disabled, deservedly won finalist status in the Customer Focus category in the Southeast region of the 2008 National Business Awards.
I think what impressed the judges with Motability was the fact that there are lots of businesses that give good customer service and lots of businesses that do pay attention to their customers' needs. What I think came across from Motability was that they really do place the customer right at the heart of their business.
And this focus on customer service has helped Motability change the image of disabled motoring. It's gone from being simply a car leasing company to a customer-orientated business, and at the same time taken its annual turnover to well over the £1 billion a year mark. 30 years ago, this was the image of disabled motoring, a trike or bubble car. Today, customers on the Motability scheme find there's no shortage of choice as to the car they can drive. This is part and parcel of the company's ethos of giving the disabled motorist the same choices as the able-bodied.
Customers can choose from over 400 different models and makes. Accessibility through local dealerships is so much easier that if a customer has a choice or a particular family need, that they should be able to find a vehicle on our scheme now that will suit them in every aspect of their life.
It's important to us that our customers are paying their allowance over to us, so they're paying their money to us to provide them with a service. That shouldn't mean that they're seen as any different to anybody else who's paying a fee to hire a car for 3 years.
The Motability car scheme began in 1978, but in 2002 customer numbers began to stabilise. It was the impetus the company needed to change its whole approach to customer service.
We put a lot of effort into our pricing because obviously our customers are on benefits and therefore cost is important to them. So our pricing attracts our customers in the first place. But then obviously we put an awful lot of effort on the service that we provide, making sure we give a first point resolution when they call us. And if an unexpected event happens, which they do in a 3-year lease, we've obviously worked very hard to make sure that we can put things right when they go wrong as quickly as possible.
Today, everything the company does is designed to provide for its customers affordable and worry-free motoring. The hub of Motability is the contact centre that receives over 60,000 calls a month from its 475,000 members. Here too, Motability has tried to make a difference in the way the customer is treated.
When customers want to make contact with us, it's been vitally important that we reduce that waiting time as much as possible. 7 or 8 months ago, it could take anything up to 2 minutes to come through to talk to somebody. We've managed to significantly reduce that down to less than 40 seconds on average for a customer to be able to come through.
These changes are having the desired effect. Motability carries out 2 customer surveys every year, and at the beginning of 2008, the overall customer satisfaction rating was as high as 96%. And nor is Motability slow to innovate to improve customer experience. The introduction of an Ask Mo website allows customers to ask questions at any time of the day and receive a response as quickly as possible. Application to the scheme can now be done online, giving customers the chance to order their car of choice at one of 4,500 dealerships around the country. And when it comes to taxing the vehicle, the hassle is borne by Motability rather than the customer.
Our customers don't necessarily want to go to the post office to refund their road fund licence every 6 months on their vehicle. So now we automate that ourselves. We directly send them a road fund licence tax disc every year, which means that they have no worries with regards to taxing their vehicle likewise.
But perhaps the most significant change has been the involvement of disabled people in the company's decision-making. Chris Edwards has been on the Motability scheme for a number of years, and so impressed was he with the way he was treated, he applied for a job there.
I think it's fantastically important that there are members of staff on the team that are both users of the scheme and also advisors, because they have a more sort of keen insight, if you like, on the issues that are facing the customer base.
If you like, as to what's out there and what.
Chris chairs one of the internal disability groups. Meetings like these demonstrate Motability's desire not simply to understand the needs of its customer base, but to empathise with them.
If you imagine the amount of attention to detail that has to go into making those decisions, and Motability people do it as a matter of course. It's almost as if it's second nature, if it's in their DNA. It's a really good example of customer focus in a really difficult sales environment.